Thank you for tuning in to Naijha Speaks. I'm Naijha Wright Brown, your host, and I'm here to help you. So let me help you find your vegan soul through food, people, events, and cultures. Youth advocates are on a mission. They are showing up and showing out for all causes. Black Vet Society has partnered up with Friends of the Earth's Youth Steering Committee to bring on some of these youth to assist us in reaching more youth and their parents to advocate for healthy, climate friendly food and students. Today's guest is a rising senior in the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex who plans on studying environmental science and is extremely passionate about nutrition, art history, environmental justice, and graphic design. Our guest is currently the social media officer of her high school's baking club and a member of the Environmental Conservation Club, Political Awareness Club, and Black Student Union, and also a part of the Frisco Public Library's volunteering team. Our guest enjoys drawing, baking, and dancing. Please welcome 2023 Plant Powered Youth Steering Committee member Willow Trailer. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, good. This has been a long time coming, Willow. We are so happy to have you as part of the Black Vet Society Youth Mentee team. Talk to us. Why did you become a vegetarian?
Okay. So I became vegetarian because my sisters had been vegan for quite some time, and that got me interested in what the diet is and what it's about. So I started researching and I saw all the conditions and factors for the animals and then the effect that it has on the environment and on low-income BIPOC communities. And I just thought that this wasn't right and I wanted to do my part to help. And so I decided to become a vegetarian. And I've been vegetarian for about 6 or 7 years now, and now I'm actually trying to transition to veganism because it's just sort of the natural next step for the goals that I'm trying to accomplish, and that's basically the rundown of why I became vegetarian.
Awesome. Thank you for that. What talk to us about the Plant Powered Youth Steering Committee and why you do that. I'm going to bring up the website so people have an idea of what we're talking about. And again, you can go to that website at forkidsandtheplanet.com. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So here we go. So talk to us about this committee.
Okay, so the Plant Powered Youth Steering Committee is a group of high school and college students that are dedicated to. Oh, sorry, this is actually the last year's Youth Steering Committee.
Okay, look, well, we got to get to this year's youth steering committee. Yes, so it did. So this is the second year, right?
Yes.
Okay, and they had 2022. As a matter of fact, let's cover that really quickly because we have one of the youth mentees that's currently working with Black Vet Society, Kennedy Little from Lexington, Kentucky. So we're happy to have Kennedy on board with us at Black Vet Society. But yes, this is the second year, and we are working with Willow Trella, who is from the 2023 Youth Steering Committee. So please talk to us about what this is all about.
Yes. So, yeah, like I said, just a group of high school and college students that are dedicated to fighting for plant-based foods to be included in K through 12 school lunches, and to also share our own personal experiences with school lunches and why we're fighting for these. And one major way that we do this is through legislation like the Healthy Future Students and Earth Act, which would create a grant to help schools include more plant-based options at lunch and for schools to provide non-dairy milk alternatives to students.
Yes, definitely. We need that. We need that. Why did you join this committee?
Okay. So, because I've been a vegetarian, I've had to bring my own lunch to school for almost the entire time that I've been going to school. And it's just become a bit of a drain to have to create my own lunch every single day. And on the days where maybe I forget my lunch, which actually happened today, I can't go into the lunch line and find anything to eat. And so I ended up just having to eat a granola bar and a bag of chips. And for me, I have the privilege to be able to make my own lunch, but I know many students don't have the time or the resources to do that. And so I wanted to help fight for every student to be able to have access to nutritional food at school every single day.
Yeah, it's I've been Black Veg Society has been working with Friends of the Earth. We're on the coalition committee with a number of other organizations like Physicians Committee of Responsible Medicine and Black Veg Fest and Hip Hop is Green. Just a number of us involved with that, and it's very important that the whole Healthy Students Futures Earth Act and the bill to get more plant-based options on the menus in schools, very, very, very important. How are you helping Black Veg Society? I mean, when this opportunity opened up about having youth mentees work with us and us mentor you, how are we helping you and you helping us?
All right. So on the Black Veg Society Instagram, I have been able to share my story as a youth student that's vegetarian. And I have been able to share the story of the Youth Steering Committee and the Healthy Future Students in Earth Act and bring awareness to this to allow people to fight for plant-based foods in their own school lunches and to fight for this bill to be passed.
Let's check that out. Willow has done an amazing job with content on the Black Veg Society page. Look at this. Check it out.
American schools, there are no plant-based options available to students and no milk alternatives that are available to students. And despite this, many schools still force students to pick up a carton of milk at lunchtime. And oftentimes this milk goes to waste because students are lactose intolerant, and this is an issue that disproportionately affects students of color or students just don't like milk. And whenever it comes to plant-based options, the students that can eat animal products, these students have to pack and make their own lunch like I'm doing right now. And many students, though, don't have the time or the resources to be able to pack their own lunch. And so whenever it comes to lunchtime, they simply go hungry. And this becomes a huge issue whenever you realize how important nutrition is for growth and for learning. And so that's why we on the steering committee are dedicated to getting more plant-based meals included at different school districts, and pushing for bills like the Healthy Future Students in Earth Act. This bill would create a grant for schools to be able to buy their own ingredients to create plant-based meals. It would also make it a requirement for schools to provide a fluid milk alternative for students that request one through a parent or guardian. You can learn more about this bill by going to our website, For Kids and the Planet, or by going to our Instagram, plantpower.ysc. You can also check out our Instagram and website to hear more stories by you.
I love it. Oh my God. Well, how did you feel? Okay, when I first met you, Willow, you told me you wanted to get into social media, right? So we connected you with the social media manager, Destiny De Jesus. And then you also had the opportunity to attend a social media workshop through ICCC, one of the programs that I was a part of. Talk to us about that experience. What are you getting out of learning more about social media and content creation?
So I've always loved graphic design and just creating different flyers and posters and things. And I've always wanted to get into social media, but working with Black Veg Society has really given me the avenue to be able to do that. And Destiny has really helped guide me into content creation and spreading the word about the causes that I care about. And, attending these events like the Triple IC social media webinar really helped me up my game with social media and discover new ways to reach more people. Like, for example, video formats like short video forms are able to reach more people than simple text posts.
And I love it. Yeah. I love it. I love it. What's the best part of your youth steering committee experience?
I would say the best part was our DC fly-in. All of us were able to, or almost all of us were able to fly into DC and meet with the offices for our representatives to be able to speak about bills like the Healthy Future Students in Earth Act. And we were also able to network with people from Friends of the Earth and organizations that Black Veg Society also works with, like the Physicians Committee. And we were able to learn so much more about lobbying and about this fight that people are going through for healthier students and a healthier planet.
I love it. I mean, Willow, I'm learning so much about youth engagement, and a lot of times they say there's a gap between the different generations and what's going. The youth are so empowered during this time. Would you agree? Very empowered, very passionate about causes, all type of causes, whether it's the social justice, food justice, all any type of injustice that's going on. It is so inspiring to see. What are some of, I know you mentioned a few, what are some of the other barriers students face when accessing healthy plant-based foods, if you missed anything?
Yes, so many schools don't offer plant-based foods, which makes it a lot more difficult for students to access. I know I said before, like many students don't have the time or the resources to make their own plant-based lunches, but also with schools, the subsidies that are given for school lunches for them to be able to afford the ingredients are often only allocated for animal-based products and not plant-based. And that's a large reason why schools aren't able to include this. And schools also aren't able to train their staff on how to prepare these foods adequately and how to make them into meals that are actually enjoyable for students. And so it's not only at home, but also at school that's preventing students from being able to eat healthy plant-based foods.
What's the one most important thing that you learned on the youth steering committee? So you're learning a lot of things, and you're just getting started, right? You've been on there a couple of months. When did this start? When did you get enrolled?
Oh, we actually started in towards the end of May, and
Okay.
it actually ended in late August.
Oh, okay. So a couple of months. Okay. So what is the most important thing that you feel you've learned from the youth steering committee? Like if you could think of that one thing that's going to propel you into the next level of Willow Trailer.
The one thing that the youth steering committee really helped me with was confidence. Before, I was really inexperienced. I had never lobbied in person. I had never networked in person, none of those things. But being able to fly down into DC and have these meetings with my representatives while also having the support of everyone around me just really built up my confidence as a speaker and as a person. And it's really just going to help me within my professional and personal life for the rest of my life. And I'm
I
really
love
grateful
it.
for that.
I love it. I love it. What is something you wish the general public knew about plant-based eating? And can you talk about your personal experience with the K through 12 lunches? So you want the public to know about this plant-based eating, and you want to share your personal experience with the K through 12 lunches. I know that's a lot, right?
Something I wish the public knew is that plant-based eating can be so diverse and so flavorful. I think there's often this stereotype that vegan food has to be just bland salads or like unseasoned tofu. And this is even seen in school lunches whenever schools don't really know what to do with these plant-based proteins. So they just kind of throw them on anything or don't really prepare them properly, which really adds to this stigma. And for me personally, like I said, as a vegetarian, my school often hasn't offered any sort of plant-based alternative. And now I actually go to a school that sometimes has vegetarian options, sometimes doesn't, but they never, no day of the week, have any sort of vegan options. And so if a student cannot eat dairy, if a student cannot eat eggs, or if they're plant-based like I am, they simply cannot rely on school lunches.
What can Black Veg Society do for you, or your journey in continuing the mentorship that we're offering you through the society?
So, really helping to further the voices of other students that have experiences with these lunches as plant-based people really helps get the word out and bring awareness to this issue, as well as redirect people to acts like the Healthy Future Students and Earth Act, so that real legislative change can be made in order to bring more plant-based foods to school lunches, and also inspire students to fight for plant-based foods to be included in their own school lunches. And as well as you can follow our Instagram, once again, on plantpower.ysc, look at our website and watch my reels and like them, and things like that, just supporting us and if you yourself are a youth and you are interested in joining the YSC, I think that applications are open in April, and I would really suggest that you apply and put yourself out there so that you can also grow and learn and advocate for healthy students and a healthy planet.
Thank you for that, Willow. You are tuning in to Naijha Speaks. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Naijha Speaks is a project out of the Black Fed Society. So you are supporting us by looking at Naijha Speaks, and we also appreciate donations at blackvedsociety.org. We are meeting people where they are, no matter how old, how young. They are on their journey towards veganism, the plant-based lifestyle, and holistic living. So please check us out at blackvedsociety.org. Willow's talking about graphic design. I know we need graphic designers and stuff like that. We'd love to offer stipends to our youth mentees. So your support helps us in doing this. So please support us at blackvedsociety.org. We appreciate all of our supporters, and we thank Willow for coming on and telling our story and choosing Black Fed Society as her mentor. So what is the call to action here, Willow? What do you want people to do?
So, especially if you are a youth, make sure to share your story. If you are plant-based, or if you cannot eat the school lunch that the lunches that your school provides, please share your story and make it heard. Because whenever we were in DC with all these meetings, something that we were often hearing was demand, demand, demand. We need to know that there is demand in order to provide these subsidies, and so let them know that there is demand for these subsidies. And if you are not a youth, then you can support us and follow us online, and also just make sure that people are aware of the things that we are doing.
Thank you so much, Willow. If folks want to get connected with you personally, if that's an option that's available, how can they reach out to you?
So my Instagram is willow.analyse, ANALIS, and you can also reach me at my email, willow.atrailer@gmail.com.
I love it, folks. Please, thank you, Willow Trailer. Go to the For Healthy. The website is here, forkidsandtheplanet.com. Forkidsandtheplanet.com. Healthy food, healthy students. Remember that if the students have healthy food, it's going to make for a healthy life and a healthy planet and a healthy spirit. All of that stuff matters. So again, I appreciate you coming on. Will, I appreciate you working with Black Fed Society. You have done such wonders for the social media on our account and reaching other youths. And we're trying to get to their parents. So please, again, thank you. Support youth, the Plant Powered Youth Steering Committee. Advocate for climate friendly food. We need to push more bills and support more bills. Hashtag healthy student, healthy futures, right? I got it right. Healthy student, healthy food, healthy students. Hashtag healthy food, healthy students. So go to the forkidsandtheplanet.com and follow at plantpowered.ysc on Instagram. Thank you for tuning in again. NaijhaSpeaks.com. Please like, share, comment, ask questions, subscribe, and support blackvedsociety.org. Whatever you do in this life, please be well, be safe, be blessed, and go vegan. Have a good one. Bye-bye.